they're trying to fleece the donors for as much as they can and paying some overpriced marketing bills to some companies that somehow gets filtered back to Kamala Harris. God bless the system where the bigger that you can lie to people and the more because, dude, I work in marketing and the amount of budgets that people give us and bust our balls to make sure that every single penny has a result, that some of these marketing agencies are just getting these giant 12 to $15 million checks to go spend some money on some influencers with zero metrics for results and obviously not winning the election. I mean, you could have spent $100,000 with me and I could have just told you, hey, this lady can't win because she can't speak. And we could have gone from there. And that could have sold that. I could have saved the Democratic Party $999 million. You know what? You guys could have, I guess you could have given me $1 million and I could have sold you the rest of that budget just letting you know, hey, this lady's too stupid to possibly ever win. I could have done that for you. I'm a nice person. I could have saved you all of that money if you just spend $1 million with me for me to just tell you, hey, this is never going to work and you guys are a bunch of idiots. But here you have Kamala Harris. You know, our country, it's running massive budget deficits. We're headed for, in my opinion, economic collapse at some point. Hold on to those Bitcoins, but also kind of sell 90,000, above 90,000. You tell me that doesn't get a little bit attractive? And then you start playing that game where you're like, listen, maybe I'll take some profits. Be like, that doesn't make any sense. If I think it's coming back down, maybe I should cash out entirely, wait for it to come back to 60, and then buy back in. And then all of a sudden, 60 starts looking cheap. Do you guys remember when 60 was looking like, oh man, I can't touch this thing at 60. I'll wait for it to be at 30. Anyways, no reason for the Bitcoin tangents. We're going to talk about what you guys should be doing with your money later in the podcast. But let's talk about Kamala Harris not just spending $1 billion on the shortest election campaign ever, not winning, not making any traction, but apparently she didn't just spend $1 billion. She's also $20 million in debt and talking about not knowing how to budget. How do you not just even cap your spending to the election you're not going to win at $1 billion that you actually go over by another $20 million? How do you even do that? And then, oh yeah, I could have ran this country, no problem. I understand that that this thing's big and I don't have any ideas, but we'll follow the law and I don't really have anything else to say about the policies that I might enact. But not only did she lose, she spent $1 billion losing, and somehow they have to come up with another $20 million. And not just that, but the Democratic Party is so furious right now because not only did they lose, they lost the House, they lost the Senate, they lost the presidency. They literally, we kicked these people out. We said, no more of this stupid horse shit. We'll take a Bush regime change and Donald Trump. Just no more of this stupidity. You guys already put up the guy with dementia and pretended like he was fine for 4 years. I can't do another 4 years of mushmouth and pretending like this is actually a human being. So people, they threw him on out. And now, but this is what's great. You fleeced your donors. You were calling them. You were hitting the phones. You had your best salespeople calling them up and saying, no, this is a tight race. It's just the margin of error. We actually have intel that says that we're going to win this thing. We just need a little bit more of your money so that we can spend it on ad campaigns and make sure that Kamala Harris actually wins. And all these people that they're spending money, it's twofold. For some of them, you know, they really fear that Donald Trump's going to take away their rights to abortions, and that's why now they're shutting down the sex department, shaving their heads, getting on the internet and saying that they're going celibate, or going the other way and saying, I kicked my husband out of the house because he voted for Donald Trump, and now I'm going to go sleep with all of his liberal friends. Which I guess that's, you're giving back something to the liberal community as they mourn. Maybe that will be the play. All these bitchy men going to bars wearing sweaters going, I'm just so upset that a woman wasn't in. And then you get some lady who goes, my fucking dirtbag husband just voted for Donald Trump. And then you end up with that lousy pretending to be a feminist cock. But anyways, listen, we're getting very distracted here as we're just trying to talk about the $1 billion that Kamala Harris didn't just blow, but the additional $20 million that she spent. And there's some embarrassing expenditures there. All these celebrity endorsements, apparently that will cost you a pretty penny. All these people that you try, firstly, people that have nothing to do with government policy, nothing to do with politics, just people